welcome. I am Swati Sharma Singh, your host for this amazing live conversation at Event TV Live. And we have with us to first join on this live conversation the president himself. He is someone who has been the co-founder and CEO of E-Factor Entertainment Private Limited, an experiential firm that enjoys a near mythological status for crafting enviable and transformative events and experiences in the industry since 2001. With a warm round of applause, CEO and co-founder of E-Factor Entertainment and our President EEMA, Mr. Samit Garg. How was the feeling of going? How was that experience? And what kind of congratulatory messages are you receiving from all over India, and I'm sure even outside India?
Well, to be honest with you, there was hardly any feeling because there was no competition at all. I think a few of my friends and many well-wishers in the industry probably that I have a little bit of competency and capability to take the mantle forward with the support of everybody else around. So I thank them. I thank our past leadership, starting from Brian, Sabas, Sanjoy, Roshan, and I hope that Michael continues to bless all of us from up there. So with all friends around, it's actually, it's been overwhelming. I know it's humbling. There is a lot of pressure because one knows that, the precedences that have been set up by our past leaders are in terms of standards very, very high. So collectively, it's a responsibility that we need to make sure we comply with well. We want to disappoint anybody. But so, all the way along, while the elections were happening, I was only basically thinking about all of this. कैसे करेंगे और ऐसा कैसे करें कि सब खुश हों, ऐसा कुछ ना करें कि कोई नाराज हो. So I think this is how I've actually spent the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I just hope that with the support of all friends that we are now here in the new NEC, we are able to deliver what is expected of us.
I would just like to thank you on behalf of every one of us and we are so glad you're in this role, and we are so happy to see you as president. We all have certain causes that are close to our heart, or maybe a cause or a set of causes. Which is the one cause or a set of causes that you plan to take head on as president?
First of all, a little correction here, and don't mind me doing that. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जो मैं अकेले करूंगा. And everything will effectively be done by all of us together. While as per the charter of the constitution and also post conversations that we've been having, depending on our strengths and weaknesses, we're trying to divide responsibilities. Yes, different people will definitely become spokespersons for different endeavors that EEMA takes forward. But I would say that, what we really need is a very, very strong voice as far as the Indian government today is concerned. That is something around which a lot of work has happened in the last 4 years. And unfortunately, the last 2.5 years, जब हम ग्राउंड पे कुछ बहुत ज्यादा नहीं कर पाए थे, तो हम इस realms में बहुत कुछ करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. So that's something which is really very important and tops the list of agenda that we have, that we want to engage with the government across different platforms, and we want to make sure that over a period of time they start taking us seriously, they start valuing us, and they probably take us on board as knowledge partners in certain initiatives, and give us a place and position in policy making where it is relevant for them and for the industry. So having said that, there is a lot of work that's been happening in the past. कुछ चीजें आधी अधूरी हैं, उनको पूरा करना है, कुछ नए चीजों को आगे बढ़ाना है. So there is something that's ongoing with, for example, the Ministry of I&B. We're working very, very actively with one of the big fours in terms of a consulting firm and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting to try and put together of its kind event policy for India. There is work that's been happening at the MSME front because we as an industry, as of now, properly lack the status. We lack the status of an industry while we say that we belong to an industry. So there is something which has been ongoing in terms of a deliberation with the Ministry of MSME to give us a certain code classification. वो एक बड़ा काम है. There is conversation happening with NFDC and FFO for single window clearance system. There are many conversations, many deliberations which have been ongoing. थोड़ा सा कुछ चीजें आधी अधूरी हैं, कुछ थोड़ा आगे पहुंच गई हैं, and there is some other stuff which is happening, which I think my other friends and colleagues will speak about as you speak to them subsequently. So I think government engagement is something which for me will be the prime focus, with the collective effort of the team and all the industry members who are not a part of the NEC, and also all EMA friends who are all not a part of the NEC, because this is something which gets or gathers steam by initially with connections. तो हमारे बहुत सारे मित्र हैं जो हिंदुस्तान भर में मिले. I would actually urge and request everybody to come forward and say that, boss, I can go to this department, or I can go to this government, or I can go to this secretary and try and get this for EEMA, because at the end of the day, we are talking of a large industry purpose and not just EEMA and not just one individual enterprise.
Wonderful. And also, we saw that EEMA participated along with Vicky at the Dubai Expo. So that's like EEMA went international, and it was so grand. It went so perfectly well, and everyone was following the updates. You know how we follow the updates of a match. So the event fraternity was following the updates, the different sessions, the different panels. The question is, do we see more of this? Is it a one-off thing, or are there more plans to go international for EEMA?
To be very honest with you, Swati, हम करना तो बहुत कुछ चाहते हैं. And for such things and ambitions to actually get rolled out, it's a handshake kind of a situation. So something at Dubai was happening. Yeah. Something in terms of an expo was happening. So we got an opportunity to collaborate with Fiki and go there and get one day. And I'm glad that we did so, because it was a great exposure for us. And it also gave us a beautiful opportunity to talk there in front of policymakers, both nationally and internationally, as an apex body of our industry today. So opportunities like this are most welcome. And जो आती रहेंगी वैसी opportunities को obviously हम embrace करते रहें. And we're also going to be making efforts to make sure that we go out and create such opportunities. I'm not saying that we'll go to the US or Europe. Definitely the Indian subcontinent is an area that we would like to influence, and there is conversation that's already happening. I think soon enough we may be reaching out and for an industry conclave participation to Thailand. There is something in terms of a conversation happening with Nepal already. There is something that we're trying to cook in terms of a larger event for Sri Lanka. So we hope to start engaging with at least these countries which are around us, that we are able to create better collaborations and thus able to make some better noise, because आवाज करेंगे, बात करेंगे तो दूसरा सुनेगा, और वो हमको करने की पूरी इच्छा है.
And so also from the time that EEMA began, it's been 1.5 decades almost, and every year new members are being added. What are your expansion plans in terms of adding new members, as well as what are your plans for the existing members in terms of their contribution?
So Swati, today is actually our first day in office. I want to kind of escape this question and try and figure out a way out, but there is a lot of work which is in the pipeline. I think subsequently Sagar would be a better person to answer this question for you. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, and I'm sure Sagar will be able to elaborate on this.
Perfect. Is there a song that comes to your mind to this moment?
मैं ऐसा कोई क्रांतिकारी नहीं हूँ, और मैं ऐसा कोई आंदोलन नया नहीं शुरू करना चाहता हूँ. But yes, I think one of the huge learnings of my being there as a part of the last NEC was कि ये एक मौका है जिसे बहुत सारे लोग एक साथ जुड़ते हैं. And on a continuous basis, you stay and live in an environment where you learn a lot from others. And वो आप knowledge भी garner करते हो, आप interpersonally एक दूसरे के साथ काम करना भी सीखते हो, and by the end of the term, you end up being good friends. And this is what I expect will happen out of this term and my new friends in the new NEC as well. तो मैं तो बस एक ही चीज बोलूंगा. वो गाने की एक लाइन है, that एक दूसरे से करते हैं प्यार हम, और वही सेंटिमेंट मैं चाहता हूं that we are able to collectively take forward, and with that emotion I'm sure that we'll be able to reach out there and deliver what is expected of us.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful talk, everyone. We just had a live conversation with our president, EEMA, Mr. Samit Garg. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so very much, Swati.
And now it's time to also hear some of the faces, some of the names that we all are very familiar with, and they are going to share their best wishes through this platform, through Event TV Live.
Hi, congratulations to the new EEMA NEC for the year 2022-2024. May you guys rock to do the best and you perform the best. Calling from India Gate, and you have to do the best, derive results for the event industry, and let this industry take new shape, new vision under the new leadership of Samit Garg. Samit, Sagar, Ankur, Vinod Janardhan, Jadar Ganeriwala, and all the vice presidents. We have all expectations from you. Do rock, do well. Cheers and all the best. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Arun Bablani from Viva Weddings in Dubai. And on behalf of the entire event and wedding fraternity of the UAE, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Samit Garg and all the other recently elected committee members at EEMA India. They say with great power comes great responsibility. We in UAE look forward to all of your contribution towards the Indian wedding and event industry. I'm confident that EEMA will soar to new heights for the years to come. I also want to thank Event TV Live for this feature and wish them all the best. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm greetings from Moscow, Russia. My name is Julia Zolia. I'm president of National Association of Event Managers. I know you got the elections of EEMA, so my congratulations to Mr. Samit Garg and his board. I'm sure you are excited and looking forward for new stages. So I wish you ambitions, plans, excellent execution, and of course, the increasing of world trade activities, especially with Russia. So we know as professionals that event connection, event communication now is the most important communication in the world. So let's do our best and increase the connection between our country, India and Russia. And you are more than welcome here in Moscow.